the time has come to cross the Tintagal Sea. The fragrant air, the apple blossoms have all been beckoning.
So we're here at the Openhand Summer Facilitator Conference in the heart chakra of the planet, Glastonbury. And we're looking at the complexity of different dynamics that are going on within the shift right now. So for example, why is there a disconnect from star-being nations with the planet? What are the challenges they're facing and the struggles they might be having because they have to lower their vibration to create a bridge to activate frequencies in humanity. So they've got to somehow open a bridge to bring themselves in. But also you've got a lot of density in the 4D, what I call the 4D karmic Red Sea. And that's gotten more sophisticated and complex in recent times, with the simulation going into overdrive, with the satellites up in 3D, and the increase in that, with the increase in the electromagnetic frequencies that are happening through society in the simulation. So you've got all of that going on, all of that convolution. And you've also got some degree of disconnect in the base frequencies of the planet. And so when you look at the Kundalini movement of Gaia, for example, which is what we've been doing very recently, then it seems if we look back to 2012, there was a galactic alignment and a shift of Gaia's consciousness, a birth of the new paradigm. But what we couldn't figure was that there seemed to be a lack of responsiveness in the lower densities. And as we've worked here and connecting with the Tor and the energies thereof, what we've realized is that you could say Gaia at the 2012 convergence went out of body to some degree. You could say that. And so she's been less responsive in the lower densities, which is why there's been some clearing of intervention energies in recent times at certain layers like the Anunnaki. But there's also been this recalibration, this resurgence through the Ra energies. Well, so we've been working with that, but now what we're revealing as we open through those layers is this restriction around the lower densities, the 4D, the 3D, which is, if you like, separating the Kundalini of Gaia in the new paradigm from the anchoring energies in the lower.
You'll be greeted there by maidens fair, with eyes of the warrior seen in the garden.
Action.
Action. Okay, I think what is materializing is tremendously successful. I have that feeling again that we're in something which is potentially enormously beneficial to the shift, and different dynamics that are coming in a strong way. It's not just like healing one dynamic, it's like, whoa, there's a whole array of different groups that are available, and obviously intrigued by what is unfolding here, I would say. So with that in mind, it feels very right to go up the Tor and see just what the score is. Yeah, so let's go with that inquiry. It'll be mainly on and around the Tor, different locations, and we'll see what we pick up.
Spread the love. Spread the love. Look, spread the love. There we go.
Okay. Let's just adjust and see what we feel here.
It feels like there's some elementals just kind of working the ground.
Okay. Okay. What have we got supporting? Sorry?
Dracon.
We know them, yeah.
Presidents.
Say there's an Arcturian group making itself known. And I'm getting that from the reflection of colours and numerology. My sense is to go to the top first.
Okay.
And anchor whatever wants to be. And then make our way down with that energy clear through the dragon's head.
It feels like the most work is between.
Because the Draco's already here, and they have an anchor that we can meet that. So I get a sense we go to the top. Strong inhale from the diaphragm up and through the crown, and then exhale from the diaphragm down and through the base. Feeling as one with the Tor, connecting into the deeper aspects of Gaia, opening through the crown, making sure there's clearing. Going on through the base, in, hold, bend forwards. Right ear to right knee, left ear to sky, deep breathing. Left ear to left knee, right ear to sky, deep breathing. Center, deep breathing. Sit strongly upright. So working to remove the Anunnaki technology, the old Anunnaki technology, that was pivotal. And bringing the Anu in after the healing during this conference last year in April, bringing the Anu in to take ownership, responsibility for it was perfect. It was that revealed the question, the exploration on what had actually happened at 2012. How she had indeed shifted consciousness, birthed a new paradigm in 5D, but had gone out of body to some degree that mirrored her original karma many, aeons ago. That came to light because of that shift of that technology. So then the question of how to work with that, and sitting on the Tor together and working with the Taurus and bringing energies down so that she could re-embody, so that she could initiate reinvigoration of the lower densities. It's felt like for some considerable time that there is some inertia and lagging behind in terms of the grand galactic convergence, and lagging behind that. So I think that was pivotal, that was key, that was unexpected, but incredibly welcome. As we've worked here, and connecting with the Tor and the energies thereof, what we've realized is that you could say Gaia at the 2012 convergence went out of body to some degree. You could say that. And so she's been less responsive in the lower densities, which is why there's been some clearing of intervention energies in recent times at certain layers like the Anunnaki. But there's also been this recalibration, this resurgence through the Ra energies. Well, so we've been working with that, but now what we're revealing as we open through those layers is this restriction around the lower densities, the 4D, the 3D, which is, if you like, separating the Kundalini of Gaia in the new paradigm from the anchoring energies in the lower. And we're also looking at the various complexities of dynamic with incarnated star souls, with human souls, with Bigfoot, for example, what I would say is the highest evolution of the Lemurians on the planet.
You'll be greeted there by maidens fair, with eyes of the royal sea. In the garden, they will braid your hair with violets and rosemary.
Okay, everyone good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Game faces? Game face? A determined empath. Game face? Rachel with the shades? Poker face.
Don't mess with me, face.
How about Anne? Undercover game face.
Undercover.
Undercover. What's Bigfoot mean?
Oh, wow.
It's a bit of a scary one, eh?
That's a Peaky Blinders.
That's a Peaky Blinders game face.
So this is for that's a John game face for absent friends.
John, yeah.
Top head off.
Something like that.
Going that way and closing the door?
I'm going that way closing the door. Okay, so a key component of the shift, once we've been working with Gaia and moving our energies and getting the torus flowing smoother again, it means the energy field can open up in a multi-dimensional way. And it also means that you're, let's say, breaking channels, holes in the lockdown simulation energies. So we're breaking that open and channeling, bringing light through. And the synchronicities, the flows are telling us that that's working really well. So we're here now, we're coming to Avebury, which is a key British Stargate location, well, planetary Stargate location, where the star beings have been able to connect a good deal in previous years, as evidenced by the crop circles, which are really an intuitive, multi-dimensional language with an invitation to feel and interpret how are they speaking into your flow, your path. And so this has been a key area, key location for those kinds of connections to happen. So that's why we're here.
So I didn't want to hold up the flow, but I had to come say hi.
You see the pattern? So what you've got is a really complex weave of different dynamics. How we're working is to empathize with these energies, feel at a planetary level what the impact of them is. explore within ourselves as we connect into those fields. That was my lateral line. I set up 2 lines. How we help unravel, realign, integrate them. So what we need to do is just create a line right across from the obelisk to the root plane. It's thoroughly intriguing, enthralling, adventurous, and also tiring work, but tremendously rewarding. We haven't had any crop circles as yet, and I think that's indicative of intervention energies at the planetary level, which have influenced or interrupted the field. But they aren't stopping those energies from coming in, the star-being energies from coming in. We've done the work that we were meant to do when we came, which is to open channels, to get the light flowing, and to make connections where anchoring would be possible. I think we're starting to see higher dimensional energies coming in, which is really feels really rewarding. And plenty of you have gotten the synchronicity of the lion, so it seems like concluding here and getting a sense of that has been the perfect thing to do. I think all that remains is to do our hand movement between the lower and the higher, if that's possible. Can we do that? Can we come a bit closer, maybe?
Maybe.
Can we do this without falling over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We'll be gone when we reach the shores of Avalon. When we reach the shores of Avalon.
So what you've got is a really complex weave of different dynamics. It's a tall order, no doubt. It's not something you're going to complete in 5 minutes or a few days or even one conference. But we are making great inroads into really observing that complexity now and understanding how we work with it and initiating those realigning blueprints, we can say. Working to form a blueprint, a key that we hold there in the field, which then can work to open different doorways at a planetary level. 4, 5. It's thoroughly intriguing, enthralling, adventurous, and also tiring work, but tremendously rewarding. So I think that was pivotal, that was key, that was unexpected. Learning in Avebury that, well, on the way to Avebury, how the energies felt along that typical energetic route and the other ley lines, that it was activating a strong flow of energy down the ley lines, and we saw that mirrored in the flow of traffic and different frequencies and different colours as we were on the road to Avebury. And then also, it's there that I learned from Tilly about the pod of whales up in Scotland. And I was told prior to this conference, but way back as far as La Palma, that when a particular poignant beaching, particularly of pilot whales, took place somewhere in the world, that would signal the movement of energies from the lower frequencies to start the moving on, the ascension of the lower realm. The pilot whales, to me, strongly indicating that. and the whales carrying the ancient wisdom of the galaxy. So it's they that are providing a feedback loop, or can, to Gaia. Say, look, we're moving, it's time now. And then seeing the synchronicity, certainly I was 77 for the last few days leading up to that, and it was 77 pilot whales that passed on, and then seeing the stunning cloud representations over the tour on our way back in yesterday. But then a whole raft of other energies moved as a result. So the elementals have seemed to be in resurgence since then.
Depends on the tuning.
शंकर संकट हरना ओ बोले बाबा शंकर संकट हरना
Yeah, just a tremendous alchemy. And I think also it's important to note that for the star beings to come in any kind of volume, let's say, some of those processes needed to be activated or fulfilled first, like the Taurus, like the signal of the lower dimensionals moving through the whales. So that had to happen. And the elementals are part of it. And we've seen also how the dragon energy in 5D is connecting up with the lower draconian energy, which is helping to support Gaia's the reanimation of the Taurus. So you've got a whole array of different things going on. Amazing, really, to think that could have happened in this window of time. So let's hold that, because that's pretty miraculous, I would say, and see what the unfolding effect of it might be then going forward.
All fear will be gone when we reach the shores of Gaia.
Take inspiration and sense of fulfillment for what we've achieved here. Hold that with you, because then it feeds into the reason we're here. So thank you so much. And that thank you is not from me, well it is from me, but it's coming from up there, so yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, it's been really special. Time marches on. There's one got a photo on the balcony with the tour in the background, and I think the elementals will want to speak through this one. This is for the elementals. In 3, in 2, in 1. Elementals! Yeah!
And there we'll stand, looking out upon the world.
So you're playing for your supper.
All fear will be gone when we reach the shores of Avalon. When we reach